what's the plan?
Time to take control of our world. When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided.
There are always repercussions.
Do we have what it takes?
All right, I'm going in.
To be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world together.
Cheguei atrasado.
Who we are.
Mas
And what we are.
I'm with you every step.
calma aí.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom, opening night live. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Keighley and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now this year, Gamescom is of course a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020,
Nem deu pra cumprimentar, mas
this more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5
eles
and
falaram,
Xbox Series X later this year, games are
eles não falaram muito ainda não.
better.
Eu tava olhando aqui e esqueci de começar a live.
To this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way, too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game, the game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars that built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love...
Os caras lançaram 2 Call of Duty esse ano, né?
Black Ops and really be
O Warzone e esse aí agora.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we loved playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh yeah, I remember the numbers. All right.
Quero ver se vai aparecer SPELLBREAK,
We
né?
are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. What are you going to show us?
Ih, tá travando.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside
Tá dando uma engasgada.
studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
(1943). Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers, orchestrated by Perseus, attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus, the CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die.
Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
Já pensei que era o Brad Pitt, por causa do cabelinho.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last
Caralho,
action?
igualzinho, viado.
Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles,
Caralho, ficou muito igual, viado, na moral.
the entire free world will benefit. I
Caralho.
know you won't fail us.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Aruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her
O
own
nono
death.
desconhecido,
To understand her mysterious
desconhecido
innate abilities to manipulate the unseen.
9.
Check out this first look.
Despertar. Ó, trailer atrás de trailer, velho. Reflector. Já chamou no drama. Mano, eu já pensei num poder assim uma vez. Ah, não, não era assim não, não era assim não. Se passa na Índia o jogo? Eu acho que sim. É de qual produtora isso aí? Awaken. Não. Porra, nome complicadinho pra caralho. Deve ser tipo na pegada de Control, Quantum Break. Parece muito. Reflector.
All right, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's
The
biggest
Ancient Gods. Caralho, já é outro game. Ah, não, é o Doom. É uma DLC, eu acho. Eu acho não é uma DLC.
Ancient Gods Part 1.
Parte 1.
Check this out.
A trilha sonora do Doom pra mim é muito braba, mano. Não tem como. Tô querendo mudar o nome da live aqui, mas... Nossa, mano. Pô, Doom daria um action RPG maneirinho, sabia, viado? Como é que os caras podiam fazer, mano? Tipo na pegada de Destiny, tá ligado? Será que é isso que estão fazendo agora? Não, acho que é só uma DLC mesmo.
'20 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
Caraca, trabalhar nisso aí deve ser muito bom, mano. Cara, esse programa... Aí, outra vida, mano, outra vida.
Frontier stories.
Diretor criativo.
It's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
Aí, faz tempo que eu não jogo Dragon Age, velho.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new
Pô, faz muito tempo. O último que eu joguei eu nem lembro.
Lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
Joguei pouco até, eu acho que eu nem cheguei a zerar, não me pegou muito não.
What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues? The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real.
Caraca, o design dos personagens tão bonito.
Wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part wants to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Caraca, viu a aranha?
He dies on my watch. For the wardens.
Choice is a big part
Gameplay, diretor de gameplay. Caralho.
Decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that
Programadora de RPG.
party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to
Parece brabo.
I just love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Dragon Age World Premiere.
Next up, it's time for something special.
Premiere Mundial.
Great Scott! I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future?
I'm Emmanuel Brown, doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
And what exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Menardshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later, we've digitized the experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of, great Scott, this very moment. Tonight.
Caralho, como é que esse jogo bombou, né, cara? É tipo Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator. O da cabra lá, o do bode.
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeons.
Eu acho que ele tá lendo um roteiro, hein? Olha o olhinho dele. Tá lendo um roteirinho ali.
On the head. Where does this part go?
Mano, esse jogo é só pra aloprar, cara. Só pra aloprar mesmo.
He's dying! Oh,
That's not right! My finger slipped!
Jesus Christ! Put it back!
Porra é essa?
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
porra de jogo é esse? É jogo? Porra, mais um de zumbi. Ué. Ah, não. É, mais um de zumbi, mas é... Mas tá em casa já, tá em casa. Caralho, é aquele joguinho... Pô, misturou dois joguinhos aí. Eu me esqueci o nome daquele jogo. Caralho, meteram essa mesmo. Meteram essa.
Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows.
Espera aí que eu vou fazer um bagulho aqui.
For all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of two classic characters that I love. Check this out.
In a world gone strange, one great force stands against the darkness. But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Sam, I'm blind! Oh, hello, miss.
Happy Giant.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say
Eu já vi filme desses dois.
Co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2. Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also Awesome Indies. And I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow, so looking forward to that. All right, well, on to our next game.
World of Warcraft.
Expansion.
Caralho, esse jogo não para, né, mano?
World of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Porra. Ah, esse jogo deve ter uns 15 anos, mano, na moral. Porra, eu lembro quando lançou ele e abandonaram o Warcraft 3, mano. A continuação, sei lá. Até hoje eu espero um 4. Lançaram o Reforged, mas não é a mesma coisa, tá ligado? É um remakezinho safado.
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you
Aí,
dreaming this?
a Blizzard perdeu um dinheiro mesmo, hein, mano. Nem CGI os caras estão investindo mais, porra. Virou HQ o bagulho. Antigamente era só CGI braba. Agora, não que esteja ruim, tá ligado? Mas a Riot tá aí, né, pra mostrar serviço.
Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos.
Só tá faltando um gameplay agora.
Such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon. Uther! The time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself. The moment he falls, we will claim him.
Pô, espírito de vingança.
I see only darkness before me.
Enrolando, hein? Porra. Tá bom de WoW já, por 15 anos já.
Cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance.
Parece uma premissa maneira, pelo menos.
Justice.
Não dá pra manter o microfone longe, não.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Tá, isso aí é o gráfico do jogo? Deve ser no Ultra isso aí. Shadowlands. World of Warcraft, Shadowlands. Tem algum jogo que... Cara, já pensou se Fortnite fica assim, velho?
We have so much more opening night live
Dura aí.
go for you, Ratchet & Clank, PlayStation 5, much more. Stay tuned. All right, but now it's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Have returned. They
Cara, vamos falar do Play 5.
divided, conquered,
Qual?
until finally.
Tá travando. É aqui que tá travando? Ih, caralho, é aqui, será?
The gates of Stone were thrown open, meaning eternal.
Pô, tá travando legal. Ah, Warhammer.
Back, I had some masks.
Vou dar um F5 pra ver.
Crash, of course, let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot. What? He's where?
Caralho, tá travando muito. o robôzão da Gamescom.
To tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob.
Pô, tá dando uma travada aqui, peraí.
What there crash the Gamescom
around Cologne, but what he was
play in Crash 4 narrative.
Yeah, so back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super. We can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object to pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms, really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. Narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in things before.
Awesome. All right. Well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
I have become terror.
Que jogo é esse?
Predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning.
Parece Deixe, né?
Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me.
Não, mas tá muito... Não, né? Deixe não. É Remnant?
The anomaly alters us each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road into the dark heart of creation.
Não, acho que não é Remnant.
We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
Acho que é uma IP nova. Outriders. Ah, já ouvi falar, mano. Mas bem pouco, não... Cara, comercialzão.
Welcome to the Hyperscape. Enter a contender.
Hyperscape, olha só.
Leave as a champion.
Caralho, já vou tomar flag nessa música de novo, mano. Tomar no...
Time to party.
Tsubasa. Como é que é o nome? Ah, Super Campeões. Faça o seu time. torne-se um campeão. Capitão Tsubasa. Mano, deve ser um joguinho muito ruimzinho, velho.
Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise?
Pô, mais um jogo da Fox.
Says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone
Será que vai ter Far Cry aqui, mano?
all-female gang of psychopaths?
Mano, só tô aqui pelo SPELLBREAK. Aí eu vazo, tô embora.
Makes sense.
Vou ficar até o final, acho.
Just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4 on PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the media.
Pro futuro dos games, uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
Caraca, isso aí é After Effects ou é cenário? Eu acho que é cenário.
One of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch.
Se botasse alguém no chat dava pra movimentar aqui, mas tá tranquilo. Caralho, joguinho. Caralho, joguinho. É Lego isso, mano? Caralho, maneirinho, viado. Tô com vontade de jogar. Mano, Minecraft 2.0. Mine Lego. Maneiro, viado. Será que é Índia? Eu acho que tem uma cara de Índia. Cara, que isso? Nossa, dá pra dirigir. Aí teve drop. Teve drop frame aí. Teardown. Down. Tear Down?
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world.
Little Nightmare.
Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay.
Eu não entendi muito a proposta do jogo não, mas eu curti pra caralho.
Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom.
Pesadelinhos. Pesadelinhos é foda. PS1, PS4. Pô, deu vontade de voltar.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old
Jerry Lawler.
to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE
Hanalho.
2K Battlegrounds. Mamma mia!
WWE com poderes.
This arcade-style video game
Mano, tem um jogo do WWE muito bugado mesmo. Deve ser bizarro de tão bugado que é. Pô, tá meio caricato o jogo, né? Os bonecos estão com um cocão. Parece um monte de Ivan. Olha o tamanho da mulher, velho. Parece um bonecão. Acho que é pra ser caricato assim mesmo.
It's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup.
Se vinha bugado que nem aquele outro lá, vai ser meio quebrado.
Oh no! He just hit the snooze button! How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're gonna experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Whew, that's a big toy hammer! Oh, I can't believe my eyes! Seth Rollins delivers the stomp! What a night! What a night! This is the greatest thing I've ever seen! Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits.
Battlegrounds.
I know that you're lying.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
Watch Dogs Legion.
It starts with you.
Melhor jogo de ação que apareceu ali.
The winner of the Best Action Game is Star Wars Squadrons.
Star Wars Squadrons.
Think you can escape? This is gonna be close. The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
Operation Tango. Tango. Olha essa raba pros mano. Caralho, vai dar copyright. Cantou muito bem. Pô, não sei se eu já faria aí na live, mas eu tô com muito sono, velho. Caralho. Tava editando vídeo pra caralho hoje. Curious Expedition 2. Quando terminar aqui já vou logo despencar, mano. Tô nem aguentando.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Caralho.
As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming.
O robôzão da Gamescom.
Right here on IGN.
Kojima, Halo Infinite, não sei o que é.
Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage.
Eu ali é CCXP, mano.
Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom.
Pô, pensei que ia brotar SPELLBREAK, mano. Fiquei na esperança.
Gamescom 2020 is
Isso aí não é CCXP, não.
Gamescom Now.
Só porque é um espaço cheio de gente,
cheio de
nerd.
Action game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pirate fantasy. We missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check.
We all choose our path, light or dark, freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our New Republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our New Republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end.
Não.
Make a choice.
São só pilotos.
Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is about daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Papo reto, tô falando, pô, tô com muito sono.
Gladly, Admiral Sloane.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission.
Star Wars pra mim parece muito sem graça, mano, sei lá.
I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission.
Tudo que é de Star Wars pra mim já bate tédio. Não sei o que, sabre de luz. Não sei o que é a força. Não sei o que lá, Darth Vader.
When you've secured the area, you will escort the Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorn. Once Thorn is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer. Cover our escape and escort us to the
Porra, gameplay é essa aí?
Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Gladius, change course and keep Agent Thorn safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Pelo menos o gráfico tá maneiro, mano.
Will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's
Tá melhor que Battlefront.
and ready to go. From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss. The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
Pilots wanted.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game pack. Check this out.
Caralho, The Sims 4 com parceria Star Wars. The Sims é um jogo tipo Fortnite, né, mano? Ou ao contrário, dá pra fazer várias parcerias no The Sims. Dá pra fazer mais parceria no The Sims do que no Fortnite. Porque o Fortnite Meio que os personagens são obrigados a segurar uma arma e tal. É meio estranho ver o Thor segurando uma arma, por exemplo, na parceria agora que a Epic fez. Pô, tu vê o Thor, o Wolverine segurando uma arma, é muito... Não, se bem que tem situações que ele segura, mas mesmo assim, tipo, o Thor, o Homem de Ferro segurando uma arma, tá ligado? Andando pelo mapa e com com um fuzil na mão, tipo, é meio estranho. O Cable até vai, pô. Cable. A Tempestade então, a Tempestade, mano, com uma 12 na mão. Já pensou se o The Sims 4 é mundo aberto? Porra. Tipo, tudo bem que The Sims é mundo aberto, mas é de uma forma meio maquiada, né? Não é um mundo aberto, procedural. É aberto com seus limites. O 3 era mais mundo aberto que o 4, eu sempre falo isso, mano. Toda vez que eu lembro de The Sims, eu lembro que o 3 é melhor. Sim, eu curto mais. Não posso dizer que é melhor, mas posso dizer que eu curto mais. Fala aí de Play 5. Lembra desse jogo? Thriller interativo? Ana Purma. Luiz Antônio. Nossa, já ouvi falar desse jogo.
Moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering.
Porra.
May you be free from fear.
Que isso? Pensei que o maluco tava carcando. GMplayZ. Esse jogo aí foi feito por um português, velho. Ué, exclusivo do Xbox? Eu acho que foi feito por um português, mas não tenho certeza não. Caraca, Godfall.
We announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight we've got a quick sneak peek of
Eu acho esse jogo muito bonito, mano.
more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
Não tô tancando mais não, mas... Calma aí. Ai. Vamos dormir ainda não, pô. Pior merda que eu fiz.
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at LEGO Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the...
Pô, esse trechinho que apareceu, o combate é bem fluido, né?
I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion was released.
Pô, mas mostrou bem pouco do jogo, né?
PS4, and today it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Mostrou bem pouco. Será que vai mostrar mais? Ou já vai pra outra? Já foi pra outra. Ah, não. Aí, agora eu tô perdido, não sei. Pô, isso aí não parece Godfall. Isso aí é... Como é? Warframe? Aí se não for, parece muito. Acho que isso é Warframe, as armaduras. Caralho, olha o maluco. Pô, isso aí é aliado. Discover the madness beneath Deimos. Beneath Deimos.
Now,
Relatability.
the way is failing.
Familiarity.
Close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall, we
Acho que é o Warframe mesmo.
scream. There is one who will hear.
O Warframe tem um visual bem exclusivo, mano. Tu bate o olho, tu vê que é o... Aí. Tu bate o olho, tu fica assim... Porra, não, isso aí é Warframe.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during
Doom
lockdown.
também tem um pouco disso. Tu bate o olho, tu vê que é Doom.
Bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different.
O eventinho tá meio xoxo, falar pra tu.
A pandemia pela qual a gente tá passando...
Sem querer ser desumilde, tá ligado?
A todos. Então,
sem querer ser
momento, eu acho
arrogante,
que a gente precisa
porra.
lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais
carinho
e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas
Sapequeiro
isso
nato.
vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time.
Tá engraçado, né, mano? Quanto mais tu cresce, mais tu ganha as paradas.
A forma de arte mais
O cara ganha
incrível de
videogame,
se expressar.
Ganha console.
Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são por amor.
Modos. Já pensou se aparecesse esse rio aí? Resident Oblivion? Porra! Override Super Mac League. É um Brawler? Acho que é um Brawler. Teve um, nem lembro do um.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5 and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me.
Que jogo é esse? Mafia? Parece Mafia.
That should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
Okay.
One day you're busting your back doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys? Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay, then. Welcome to the family.
Máfia, é.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
Porra de jogo é esse? É um jogo de looping temporal. Nem aquele Death... É Death... Não, não é o que eu tava pensando, não.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look
at the Lemnis Gate, pô, não é Deathloop, não.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear.
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Porra, mais um jogo de Lego.
Our last hope. No, there is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Cara, eu nunca joguei esse jogo. Será que é divertido essa porra? Parece ser infantilzão, meio chato, tá ligado?
The Force will be with you always.
Punch it! Not him, the Falcon.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So be it, Jedi.
Huh?
Man, LEGO Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
Calma aí, cara, tô tentando ouvir o maluco. Single player e co-op. Porra de jogo esquisito do cara. Struggling. É da Foundry. Age of Paris. Caralho, tá bonitão, velho. O Iris. Seria que os nórdicos? Rapaz. Deu um erro ali, hein?
We're near Little Hope.
Porra, tu fala pra caralho, hein, mano.
What more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hope?
Little Hope. Ah, é dos criadores de Until Dawn. Man of Medan também. Porra, Man of Medan eu achei fraquíssimo, mano. Fraquíssimo. O Until Dawn tem até uma historinha se tu tentar extrair ali, mas o Man of Medan achei engraçadinho só.
So to speak. That was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Nod Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers
Tell Me Why.
Back to you, Jeff.
Melhor jogo é Tell Me Why.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together, and I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
You have broken my heart. For your betrayal, you will be broken.
Não dá pra ouvir nada.
How many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London.
Fall Guys.
This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is, Fall Guys Season 2.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the Middle Ages. Traverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
Enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then at Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
His truth is marching on.
both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Qual foi?
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. The years my father wasted grooming them for glory, when I was right there.
Tô ouvindo.
Hã?
Tô ouvindo.
Porra, aí sim. Agora eu vou ter que botar aqui no vídeo no... que eu tava vendo no celular, vou ter que botar no PC.
Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened.
Caralho, pelo Discord não vai de jeito nenhum, mano.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time, because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento.
O Selbit aí de novo.
É o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
Não, não. O dele é melhor botar no videogame. O dele é menor.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music, or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori, yes, it's definitely an incredible time now to be a gamer, yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Vincent Pella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002. I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR.
Medalha de
The
honra.
team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played.
O cara falou ali.
It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage
Ué, ele
for
falou...
what players will experience.
Caralho, vai ser em VR, será?
We could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal
Em
of Honor
realidade
Above and
virtual.
Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
Tem tudo pra flopar.
Tem tudo pra flopar.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you. I'm scared too.
Carai, saudades do primeiro e do segundo.
Welcome to France, gentlemen. I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
Eu não sei se teu áudio tá saindo na live não, mano. Eu tô sem referência aqui.
Pera aí que eu vou tentar ver.
Are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
Pô, pior que tá legal o jogo.
Tá saindo, tá saindo.
Be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Isso aí que vai ser o Metal VR?
Aham.
Porra, viado. Mas eu acho que vai dar muito ruim essa porra.
Pô, tá bacana até. Eu não vou jogar mesmo, não tenho VR.
Pode crer.
I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Somehow, this motley crew has been tasked with saving civilization.
Começou quanto tempo o evento?
God help us all.
Meia hora, mais ou menos?
Deixa eu ver quanto tempo tem de live aqui, calma aí. É, tem 1h29 de live.
Caralho. Teve alguma novidade boa?
Ah, a maioria eu já sabia meio. Teve o evento do COD, do Warzone, para anunciar o outro COD, que é o Guerra Fria.
Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such
Teve Godfall.
Story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this.
Teve uma porrada de jogo genérico.
Fall Guys Season 2, né, vai chegar. Já.
Se fosse de graça, tava doidinho pra fazer uma live.
Eu acho que esse medalha vai flopar. Vão deixar na geladeira. O foda é que vai queimar a Respawn, mano. Porque a Respawn tava crescendo, né?
Acho que ela não queima pelo. Não, acho que ela não queima pelo VR, não, pô. O nego vai falar. Vai encarar isso como um extra, tá ligado? Se fosse um AAA que eles estivessem lançando e flopasse, porra.
Porque tem um nicho também, é pra galera bem específica do VR e pronto. É, pode crer. Talvez ele se destaque ali no VR. Assim, pelo que eu tô vendo, acho que talvez seja o melhor gráfico do VR.
É, mas o jogo tá bonito mesmo.
Não tá?
Participate in events that really helped shape the outcome of the
Armadilha.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano and other things in there. Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative. Which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors, and it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act 1 is working with the French resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act 2 is D-Day itself and the fight.
Ah, mano, é mexer no piano, pô.
Cara, quer colocar uns elementos novos, né? E, assim, que pra aumentar o nível de imersão, já que é a primeira pessoa VR, né, também, pra dar uma diferenciada. Eu acho que essa é a ideia, né? De tu se sentir ali na guerra, tu tá na guerra matando pra caralho, tu...
Como é que eu vou compor uma música aqui?
Tu tem um momento calmo ali e acho que...
só vendo a gameplay, de repente na gameplay encaixa ali. É tipo no The Last of Us ali, com o violãozinho.
Pode crer.
Emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's a powerful thing.
Game do ano vai ser digital, hein? A gente vai ter que fazer assim, tá? Live assim também.
Well, you and Vince, I know this
series
is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's just
mas todo ano não tem cobertura digital?
Não, eu sei, mas tu vai cobrir, né?
Não sei, hoje eu quase não cobri esse. Eu tava cheio de sono.
Eu também, pô, nem vi, do nada eu tava aqui vendo Yu-Gi-Oh! Viajando, quando eu vi, tu tava fazendo live, eu fui, entrei, tu nem falou nada também.
Tu tem que ver o começo da live, filho, cheguei atrasadão, pô. Nem já comecei falando já. Eu ia dormir, quando eu deitei a cabecinha, o caralho.
Vem cá, o nome do evento é Open Night, por quê? Opening Night.
É porque são vários, pô. É noite adentro.
O que, vai rolar até a noite o evento?
Tem intervalos entre os bagulhos. Tem, eu acho que é 2 ou 3 dias.
Caralho. Maneiro.
Well, definitely a full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Passou alguma coisa do Cyberpunk?
Não.
Yeah, fasten your seatbelts. We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it
Pô,
a long
tão
time.
falando
Like
pra
you mentioned, it's a
caralho.
passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a
Vou traduzir o que ele tá falando. Não, então nós vamos tentar não flopar dessa vez, não cometer erro, para que o projeto não fique na geladeira mais 5, 6 anos. Vou tentar fazer um jogo decente, mas agora estamos focando apenas no VR, porque a concorrência é menor. Os jogos de lá são de baixo escalão, então acho que nos daremos bem lá.
Mas aí tinha que ser o dev da Bethesda, pô.
Pode crer.
Fractured by the magic the vow keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorm.
Opa, vai mostrar um novo jogo que ele falou, hein? Me lembrou LOLzinho e SPELLBREAK, isso aí. Me lembrou?
Pô, não lembra muito não, velho.
Vai ficar me esculachando na live aí, na frente do...
Caralho, me fudeu! Caralho.
Fudeu tudo. Toma aí, ó. Chupa. SPELLBREAK.
Não, mas é que tu meteu um LOLzinho, porra.
Ah lá, moleque. Ah lá, pô. O que eu falei que era SPELLBREAK? Moleque teimoso. Ih, tem mais personagem agora, hein, Wade? Pelo menos no trailer.
Tem mais personagem, não tem personagem no jogo não, velho.
Olha aí, pô.
É skin,
o trailer?
Eu tô vendo.
Ah, é skin?
Esses personagens aí tudo já tinha, pô.
Ah,
eu acho que tem 2 classes novas, se eu não me engano.
Ah, tá.
Caralho, é minha classe. Caralho, minha classe, mano, é a principal, vai se fuder. Ah não, virou fogo aí.
Protagonista.
Parede de fogo. Pedra. Quero ver as classes novas. Aí, queria jogar nesses gráficos aí, velho.
Porra, imagina. Ó, lançaram a Play, hein? Matilha dos Lobos.
Matilha dos Lobos, rapaz.
Lançaram a Play. Ó.
SPELLBREAK.
Falei que era Spell.
É que tu meteu um LOL, cara, e eu falei, porra.
Não, falei, pô, parece as cutscene que é do LOLzinho, né? Mas, pô, segunda opção logo foi SPELLBREAK. Vai funcionar, ó. 3 de setembro, vai lançar oficialmente.
Eu sei, pô, tu acha que eu não sei?
Sei que você é o único jogador ativo. Ó, Red Bull, mano. Caraca, quanto tempo eu não vi essa parada?
Olha quanto tempo tu tá embaixo de uma concha então, velho.
Uma pedra, é diferente.
Embaixo de uma concha mesmo.
Xbox GamePlayZ, né?
Flight Simulator. Drop Frame. Ah, eu queria essa geladeira aí, velho. Então uma 1600. Fallout. Grounded. Spirit Fighter.
Grounded, tu já viu a Play? Gostou?
Eu tenho aqui no GamePlayZ.
Ah, é? Chegou a jogar?
Joguei, mas não... Também
Você
joguei
quer lançar
sozinho.
play, pô? Você quer fazer vídeo?
Ah, mano. O jogo foi feito pra jogar com 4 pessoas, né, cara?
Pode crer. Tô te dando as porra aí.
Não é minha, não. Por isso.
Esse Flight Simulator parece ser interessante.
Porra, se eu tiver um PC da NASA, né?
Só tem pra
So many
PC?
great games in Xbox Game Pass, and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible.
Ou será que é
I'd say they're one of the
Metroid?
greatest
Não.
indie developers of all time.
Metroidvania?
A Metroidvania é um gênero.
Vai ficar me esculachando na frente dos espectadores.
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
O nome do jogo é Turrican?
É, nunca ouvi falar.
Deve ser IP
In
nova.
June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November
Não,
10th.
nova não é não, porque tava lá comeback,
Guardians
né,
will
que
add
tá
a
de
new
volta.
elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of stasis. With stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look.
Destiny 2 já tá na hora de lançar o 3 já, mano. Para toda hora DLC, expansão.
Porra, o WoW tem 15 anos e os caras lançaram o DLC aqui hoje, pô.
Oi?
O WoW tem 15 anos, pô. World of Warcraft.
Ué, lançaram novidade do jogo aqui?
Lançaram, pô. O jogo não para nunca, filho. Deixe tá fazendo certo.
Sugar até o último talo.
GTA também.
Porra, GTA tá foda, velho. Aí, GTA na cara de pau, né, mano? Ele nem liga.
GTA vai meter uma DLC, eu não sei se eles vão anunciar aqui, vai meter uma DLC gigantesca, mano. É quase um standalone.
Em Vice City, né? Eu acho que já lançaram, pô.
Já?
Eu acho que já, de Vice City.
Tô sabendo que era um bagulho de alienígena.
Vou dar uma olhada, mas eu acho que já lançaram, porque chegou a atualização aqui pra mim no PS4. No dia que eu vi a notícia. Ah, não sei se já chegou.
Não é paga não essa porra?
Eu não cheguei a clicar. O meu é versão Premium, eu acho que não tem que pagar não, acho que já vem, tá ligado? Todos os DLC. Eu acho. Que vê lá. As outras que tiveram eu não precisei pagar não. Teve a do cassino e tal.
Pra mim eu só curti a campanha mesmo e parou aí. Essa pra mim é perfumaria.
Ah, online é muito... Tipo, tu tá fazendo missão, vê um maluco com uma bazuca e explode teu carro, e aí? Mas um player mesmo, é tóxico. A comunidade é meio tóxica no GTA. Eu não curto não. Mas acho que tem modo, tal do modo passivo.
Tipo, tu desliga o PVP, mas é feio também. Uma vez eu encontrei um maluco do meu nível, porra, nós ficamos, sei lá, 2 horas trocando tiro, mano. 2 horas. E pô, foi maneirão, pô, eu morria, eu caçava ele, ele me matava, aí ele me caçava e tal. Aí sempre chega um cuzão, aí Cyberpunk. Estraga a brincadeira.
2077.
Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's most wanted, and best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Time to see
Vai sair no
the grand
GameplayZ.
finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight, but before I turn it back to Jeff, I just want to say that I hope
Tava prestando atenção no decote dela, foi mal, fala aí.
we're all in this together, so take care. Back to you, Jeff.
Porra, como é que Cyberpunk venceu, cara?
Sydney, it's great to have you on the show again this year. A lot of people have been wondering,
Como é que Cyberpunk venceu o melhor jogo pra PlayStation, cara?
how will it be different? What is that generational difference?
Porra, os caras são bravos. Os caras são bravos mesmo, viado.
Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of
Ratchet
PlayStation 5,
and Clank.
the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the
joguei isso aí no Play 2.
extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
Insomniac.
Insomniac.
Esse jogo tá bonito, hein, mano. Esse jogo tá bonito.
Pô, tomara que eles deem pelo menos um trailer novo do Spider. Morales.
And not far from where we last
Spider
saw.
Morales.
We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the Wombat!
Oh dear.
Essa mecânica sem loading desse jogo aí, mano.
Let's show 'em how it's done. Alright. Bringing out the big guns.
O gráfico tá bonitinho mesmo.
Tá.
Feels good to be back in action.
Tá trocada de ombro.
Last one.
Caralho, fluidez. A jogabilidade é muito foda.
Aranha, né? A aranha achei a movimentação muito forte pra mim. Vídeo demais.
Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious.
O jogo que eu não joguei deles, que eu sou curioso até hoje pra jogar, é aquele Sunset Overdrive.
Porra, tem a play toda gravada, mas preguiça de editar.
Caralho, eu queria ver como é que é. Vê se tu tomar coragem aí pra postar.
Overdrive é mais até, mas ele tá dropando o que é um.
Qual foi?
He seems to utilize Rihanna shot. There has to be another way across. The rifts appeared to your device. Trying it at one of them. That was rather
O que? Qual foi?
Tem que dar F5.
Tava travando aí a live.
Aí, Ray Tracing.
Caralho, aquele bagulho que ele jogou no portal ali, a amarelinha lá. Caralho, maneiro, velho. Joga no portal roxo também. É tipo que teleportou pra lá.
Cara, nem tem load, mano.
E vai vir dublado.
Ah, sempre veio, pô. Os últimos gerações.
O último que teve veio dublado. Acho que teve até filme, né?
É.
Não assisti não. Quando eu joguei o último.
Or at least a very large octopus.
Aí eu quero ver o console rodar isso aí em 4K, hein?
Ah, roda fácil.
Sem gargalo?
Sem gargalo, o Pro já roda. O Xbox vai sair brincando, pô. E qual é o mais forte? É o One S, né? É o mais forte da geração. Roda brincando.
Mas roda com loading, pô.
Ah, é, mas agora vai ter SSD, né? Na próxima geração.
Tá, não teve um loading, viado.
Caralho, mano, muito foda.
Ele troca de cenário instantâneo, sem bagulho de portinha. Olha lá.
Ó, se ele grudar, se ele soltar essa teia ali na paradinha amarela, que tá ali no portal, ele vai trocar, ó. Muito foda, achei a mecânica muito foda. Não sei se tem no último que saiu, mas... Nossa senhora. Olha lá, olha lá. Caralho, mano, muito bom.
Nossa, a mecânica veio com Ray Tracing.
É? Ó.
Ai, muita partícula, cara, muita partícula. O console deve voar, velho.
Eu que não pego a primeira versão mais, mano. Eu vou pegar o Slim. Primeira versão aqui. Opa, tá ligado? Dá não, mano. Dá. Vou esperar um tempão. Vou pegar o Slim e é isso. Mas já falaram que vão dar um jeito na redução dos ruídos mesmo. Acho que já vão priorizar isso mesmo sendo a primeira versão do console. Olha isso. Aí se aparecer um Homem-Aranha aí, porra. O pessoal, ele pulando de dimensão do nada, só uma referenciazinha, um dos jogos do estúdio dele. Tá maluco. Ah, vem cá, tomara que tenha, lembrei agora, tomara que tenha novidade sobre Control. Eu acho que vai ter uma expansão, sei lá, que vai ter o Alan Wake, mano.
Eu sei, vai crossover.
É. Ou seja, Alan Wake não morreu.
Ah, nunca morreu, pô, fechou redondinho só.
Não, é que os direitos não estavam com o estúdio, estavam com a Microsoft. Só que eles conseguiram recentemente readquirir os direitos. Aí agora o personagem deles de novo. Aquele universo. Aí, tomara que eles fossem no jogo. Eita! Parece uma namoradinha do Ratchet.
And the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus,
exclusivo, hein? Viu? Capturado do PS5 a Play. Apareceu ali embaixo. Exclusivo da Sony. Ó, esse aí é os caras são os executivos da Insomniac. Eu tava lá.
Esse tinha aparecido ali embaixo.
Which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet, lightning fast, like in way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, the rift tether that in demo, we had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay.
Diretor criativo, hein,
how
da
does that
Sony.
work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Ó, tá falando da usualidade lá do SSD que possibilitou essa parada aí, sem ficar dando load. Ai, no PS4, no PS5, mano, isso vai ser insano. Nova geração. E aí é que tá, Wade. Será que os jogos que tiverem load, mesmo na nova geração com SSD, vão ser criticados já? Tipo, lixo, tem load, não era pra ter, tem SSD, não sei o que, vai ser um mimimi do caralho, né? Mesmo o jogo sendo bom,
Acho que vai. Mas tipo, SSD não é garantia de roteiro perfeito, não. Você tá falando só na parte técnica?
Não, só na questão do load. Tu acha que vão hatear?
Se dá load, vai hatear, cara, porque é promessa é dívida, pô.
Pode crer, né? Já que eles disseram que o atrativo da próxima geração...
Tu vai falar isso pros caras, os caras... que não sei... Que isso aqui? É uma rodinha? É uma rodinha circula. Quê? Não, pera aí.
Caralho, imagina. Porra. Não, isso equivale até pros jogos mundo aberto também? Por exemplo,
vale, pô.
So, for example,
Caralho,
your burst pistol,
mano.
of course, it gives you like a satisfying kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically,
o console é muito poderoso.
Every weapon feels different, and you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger, like that to a functional level, where.
Mas me tem cara de um jogo teste esse aí, hein? Parece que vai ser o primeiro jogo teste.
É a bucha de canhão. Sempre jogo assim, pô.
Isso aí.
Eu nem lembro do Play 4 qual foi.
Tem cara que é pra testar esse SSD aí, ver qual é que é, o número de partículas, aprimorar o motor gráfico, ver as notas e reciclar algumas paradinhas pro Homem-Aranha.
Ele se irmou com os caras.
Mas é, menino Morales. Seria maneiro, tipo assim, confirmaram o Homem-Aranha, né, deles no jogo dos Vingadores. Aí seria maneiro a desculpa dele aparecer no jogo dos Vingadores, né? A desculpa dele não aparecer na DLC do Miles Morales, que eu acho que ele não vai aparecer. Tipo assim, ele não tá na cidade, aí o Miles, né, tomou conta da cidade enquanto o Peter tá fora. Que é meio porque ele tá com os Vingadores, que seriam os Vingadores do jogo aí da Square Enix. Mas acho que eles não vão fazer isso não, porque eu tô achando que o jogo vai flopar.
Acho que o jogo vai flopar.
Os Vingadores, sim. Eu joguei, tipo, a jogabilidade é maneira, a história é maneira. O problema é que não é igual o Homem-Aranha, que você é mundo aberto, você seleciona.
Todo mundo falou mal desse jogo aí.
Lá é pré-definido, tu escolhe a missãozinha que tu quer ir, tem o load, né? Aí
é porque é um produto, pô.
É bem
Eles vão farmar muito em cima disso aí.
Então, se fosse igual o estilo da jogabilidade do Homem-Aranha e da Insomniac, ia dar muito bom, muito bom. Porque a jogabilidade dos personagens não é de se jogar fora, não. Achei foda. Foram criativos pra caralho. Mas, porra, igual tu falou, né? Fizeram o bagulho em prol do dinheiro.
And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants
a jogabilidade do Homem-Aranha da Insomniac, que é da Rocksteady, né?
Pode crer. Total.
Caralho, falar nisso, puta que pariu, mano. Pela primeira vez eu senti vontade de jogar um jogo dele.
Porra! Sabia.
Porra, Esquadrão Suicida tá muito bom, mano. Aquele trailer ali, pelo menos. Se entregar tudo que tem naquele trailer ali, velho.
Mas não vai ser ruim não, cara, que é da Rocksteady. Vai ser ruim não. Eu acho que o outro já vai ser ruim. O outro acho que vai ser ruim.
Qual outro? Ah, o Gotham Knights? Gotham Knights. Tu acha que vai ser ruim só porque não, tu tá nessa? Só porque não tem o Batman?
Cara, sei lá, achei estranho, sei lá. Mas eu acho que vai ter Batman sim, cara. Ele deve aparecer depois no final e...
Porra, ele é coroão?
Ah, não sei. Me pareceu que é uma sequência direta do filme, do jogo.
Se eu não me engano, no vídeo ele fala que se esse vídeo tá sendo rodado é porque eu já morri, um bagulho assim.
Isso aí. Porque quando o protocolo do Arkham Knight.
Ah, então ele não vai. Porra, é só se for prelúdio. Flash Forward.
Me pareceu uma sequência direta, porque ele meio que morre, só que ele não morre não, né? No Arkham Knight, ele evacua, explode a mansão Wayne, o nego descobre quem ele é e tal. Aí me pareceu que era uma sequência direta, né? Mas aí eu já vi uns comentários dizendo que não é uma sequência direta e tudo mais. Aí eu não sei. Falaram que não se passa no mesmo universo. Aí eu não sei, mas me pareceu muito nessa coisa direta.
Só vim aqui por causa de SPELLBREAK. Tem o The Game Awards ainda, pô.
Que vai ser em dezembro, que ele falou.
Night Live Post Show. I'm your host, Damon Hatfield. Before we get started, just a reminder to head to
Vai ser em dezembro, então vai rolar The Game
to see all the newest games content, check out the full
melhor
schedule so you
jogo
don't
do
miss a
ano.
thing, and
Que eu
sign up
acho
for an
que vai
account to
ser The
personalize your
Last.
Gamescom experience. You can also check out all the streams and videos on Gamescom's official Twitch and YouTube, and stay in touch via TikTok,
não
Twitter,
tem quem
and
competir
Instagram.
com ele esse ano.
Joining me now to discuss everything that was revealed during Opening Night Live.
Quer dizer, Cyberpunk vai sair esse ano.
And from Webedia, Sebastian
mas eu acho
Wasowski
que não,
and Michael
porra.
Obermeyer joining us from thousands of miles away in Germany. What a time to be alive. Lady and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
Eu acho que
Doing great. Just saw a lot of very cool looking games. Let's begin with one of the biggest games that was on the show, a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which we know is coming somewhere in the launch window of the PS5. Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart.
Eu volto aí,
We got to see an extended demo today.
Não tem mais o que eu traduzir aqui, entendeu? Eu vim aqui só pra traduzir, que eu sei que tu não entende inglês.
Big, long,
uninterrupted gameplay. Ainda bem que tu apareceu, tem um tradutor oficial aí.
I'm actually very excited. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. It's never really super appealed to me, but the sheer impressive animations and like the particles and just like the overall presentation of this game really has me drawn in. I think this is the game that'll be like, wow, this is the next generation of games. Like this is what they're going to look like, and there's the potential here that is super exciting. I think especially, again, I touched on the animations, but if you really pay attention throughout this entire gameplay trailer, like the animations of the enemies, or even just like the people running around, and especially the animations that you get during the actual Rift severing, is so cool.
Yeah, I agree. This is
vem cá, chegou o personagem da Marvel no Fortnite?
Michael, were you impressed with the gameplay demo?
Nova temporada.
Caralho, é temática só deles.
Temporada inteira só da Marvel.
Caralho, que doideira, mano.
Fiz o vídeo inteirinho, mas tô atrasadão, mano. Pô, baixar o bagulho da live pra editar. 6 horas de live.
And Seb, how about you?
I mean, at the beginning of the demo, I thought, well, what do they need hardware for? The new hardware is not necessarily needed here, but then when the demo progressed and we
Imagina
went through
6
these
horas,
portals,
tu é
I was like,
louco.
okay,
Mas
wow,
tu cobriu o evento inteiro, né? Vai fazer o que? Tipo aquele lá? Do documentário?
Não, pô. É que eu tenho que tirar material da live, esse é o porém.
E é pior ainda. Pode
E tem uns vídeos na frente, eu vou ter que correr pra caralho. Por isso que eu passei ontem a noite inteira editando. Aí eu finalizei um hoje só.
Caralho. Já então, mano. Tamo juntos.
Valeu, mano. Valeu, clã, basicamente é isso. Agradeço a audiência de geral, se inscreve no canal e até a próxima.